Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of The Witcher, Season 1, Episode 4, Banquets, Bastards, and Burials, which I love that title. I think it's great. I have a thing for alliteration, so I liked it. So this episode kind of also threw a little bit of a wrench in like the way I'm viewing it, because we realized we already kind of knew the timeline was a little askew. I think it was like the last episode was the one where we found out Yennefer's timeline was really like 30, maybe even 40 years before Geralt's storyline. And so now this one kind of throws it off even more, because Geralt and Jaskier are invited to a ball. They go, they have a lot of fun. It's kind of interesting. And they meet Queen Lathine. I suck at these names. It's so awful. Who, like, I didn't quite recognize her right at first, but it's the queen from the first episode, from the pilot episode, the one that, like, kind of throws herself off the balcony, very, like, Last of the Mohican style. And so, like, and the whole thing is, like, they're invited there, and it's for her daughter, Princess Pavetta, who, like, is trying to get married. It's very Aladdin type style, where they're like, who is worthy to marry my daughter? Well, her daughter is going to be Cirilla. So, like, now we realize that Geralt's story is actually, like, I don't know how old she is, like 13, 12 years before that. So now we got three really different time periods going on. The whole thing is kind of interesting, just like the hedgehog guy and his, like, he was cursed. And of course Geralt's like he's okay, like, he's just a knight, he's just cursed, like, we can fix this. We kind of learn about, like, the law of surprise, which I don't fully understand, to be honest with you, because, like, I don't know, maybe just drinking too much, trying to keep up with all these different storylines. But it's basically like, you owe me something you don't know you have. And so how that ties in to Hedgehog Man, like, I get it, he saved the dad, but, like, I don't know, it just seems really awkward. Like, I don't quite understand that one. But what I love is at the end, where for one, we see Princess Pavette's power, like, manifest, which we've seen Cirilla's powers manifest. But, like, when they're like, Geralt, we owe you, like, what can we do to, like, give you? And he's like, you don't have anything I want. Well, we owe you something. I don't know, you were owed the law of surprise. I guess you could owe me the law of surprise. Boom, just like that, Pavette is pregnant, and so now Cirilla, this little girl we've been watching, is now kind of bound to Geralt. Holy shit, like, all sorts of stuff's going on. Like, this is not a show to watch when drinking. Like, this is a sober show, because it is so hard to keep up with everything. And meanwhile, like I've said before in a couple of the other reviews, like, Cirilla and Dara, like, their storyline is the smallest out of the three. But I said before, like, I feel like it's going to be the most important, and I still feel that way. Like, I guarantee you, the last episode is going to be all about Cirilla. But, and their whole thing, like, them going in the woods and encountering, like, these Amazon women and stuff like that. Like, they have an interesting story, but it's not, like, the main focus. And I totally, like, the whole Yennefer, like, saving the queen with the baby and going through portal after Stargate after Stargate. I was like, oh, like, that's, okay. That was just weird. Like, I didn't really care about any of that type of story. But overall, I'm digging the show. I am liking it way more than I thought I would. So I'm curious what you guys think. Go ahead, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time for Bottled Appetites.